question is not only of understanding, but application also we have to apply. We have to apply in our daily life. So we can only apply in daily life if we follow the practice acronym every day without fail. You have a problem, still you do it. You are feeling tired, you do it. You have an important assignment, cancel it. You attend this and practice it. Why? Why? Why you cancel? Otherwise, if it is in a survival mode, obviously we should not cancel. Why should we cancel it? Am I important? No. You are important. We are waking up every morning and we log into Netflix series. Our total life is Netflix series. Hitting, we wake up in the morning and we say, oh, continue watching. Watching what? Some stress, some anxiety, some duality, some problem of the with the partner. How long we have been doing the same thing again and again, again and again. So if you are listening, if you are attending this session like a Netflix series, it also becomes one part of it. It will not benefit you. That is very clear. I'm making very clear it is not going to benefit you. So, what is the path of the Eastern wisdom? No, not Netflix. Then what? Oh, disciplined, 8-step practice. What is the 8-step practice? It is the practice acronym. So if you meet, if you think, wow, dear guy has come, namaste, attend the satsang, and then I'm very happy with you. Don't be happy with me, be happy with yourself. That will help you. Otherwise, just after the session, mind says, mind goes into the mode of Netflix series, soap opera. In the soap opera, what happens? There is some anxiety, reaction, fighting, partner, attachment, obsession, finished. Next series, same thing. Next series, same thing. We have become habitual of living our life like this. Oh no, no, I made a very strong resistance to my partner. Now he says, I am sorry, I will follow what is right. And the next day, the same thing happens. Netflix series, hobby. Hobby spirituality is not the journey of the Eastern wisdom. There's a happy is not, not, not. It will not work. You see, it has started working, but if you don't do it, then it will stop working the next day. So many modern seekers who approach to me, they treat the spirituality as a casual entertainment, attending session like watching episodes. It will not work. Then you will blame this guy again. You can binge watch, binge eating. So let me use the word binge. Binge watch wisdom like a show, and the wisdom will remain dry. Eastern wisdom. Huh? Binge watch wisdom. Wisdom remains too far, and you are too far from it. Nothing is going to work. Mead is attending this session with a apt attention. I hope it will not be a binge watch wisdom. What is the central principle of karma yoga? You have a right to act, but not to overreact. I have a right to act. I have to talk, to communicate with my partner, the stranger, the event, and the situation, and the health of the body, but not to overreact, not to cling to the result. Let go of the attachment to outcomes. You are the driver, not the traffic controller. You steer your car, but you don't control the road conditions. Road conditions, outer external world. You are saying I love you and the partner says I hate you. Road condition. So you have not to overreact. So when you overreact, then you have the six impurities: the desire, greed, hesitation, delusion, pride, and the jealousy. We discussed last time what attitude we have to do. They are not me, they are observed, they are known. I am the observer, and then you live your life in peace and happiness. If you don't follow the practice acronym, I made it very simple. If you don't, and you think that it will happen, what are the 8 steps? First step is the prepare, building the ground, return to the senses. Letter R, return. Return your mind inside instead of outside. If it is outside, you will overreact. Your mind will take birth with those six enemies. And that is one of the many reasons you have been fully busy. I will get little recognition today if I speak like this. I will get $5 more. $5 more. We got $5 more in many situations. I will get $5 happiness more in this external worldly situation, and even nothing is going to happen. No, no, my friend told me that you have to attend the session. You have to be with me. Netflix series. Today he or she is your friend. Tomorrow he is or she is going to be your enemy. Not stable. It is not stable. You already know it. What is stable peace and happiness is inside. So PRA. That A, apply the principles of Eastern wisdom during the day. We had a couple of examples, perhaps coming from you all, that I remember the Mangalacharan, I did it, and it changed my attitude. PRA. C, connect with the satsang. Connect means connect with the wisdom, connect with the what is real. Satsang means association with the real. This is not a session of motivational speech. Remember this. Eastern wisdom does not give any motivational speech at all. It says what is real, you accept it. What is false, you drop it. But if you are not ready to drop the Netflix series, it will continue until the death. So we will continue to suffer. We will continue to have the same anxiety reaction, same thing. I don't know, honey. I should have left you first time 40 years ago. Why didn't you leave it? Netflix series. You want to say that should we leave? No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just explaining the state of your mind. I'm not saying anything. I'm not responsible for it. Why should I be responsible? Why should I poke my nose in between you and your partner? Unnecessary. Or anyone with whom you are. Hmm, so Understand the prepare the mind with Mangala Charan Mantra. Prepare the mind every day. Prepare the mind with, I have been saying it, prepare the mind. Not you wake up in the morning and mind says, no, I have this agenda. You are already into anxiety. Netflix series starts. You have to stop it with awareness. If you don't stop it, nothing is. If you feel that even then it will change, no. Why you missed on one day? The power of the Netflix series is much more than the power of Eastern wisdom. That is why you left it. There is no other reason. Tell me what is the other reason? Thank you for paying attention to these wisdom coming from the masters, not from me. So the first is obviously prepare the mind with Mangalacharan, reflect on the living. Second, and I gave you such a simple example. Inner mind, first layer of the mind, emotions, attitude, behavior, conduct is hidden inside. And it is outside, it is expressed at thought, speech, and action. You look at your partner or any individual, and your mind reacts. That reaction is coming from the emotion, attitude, behavior, and conduct. Become aware, change it. What I have to do. But if you get engaged, a Netflix series starts. You might have seen many Netflix series. Now you are seeing, you are understanding the Netflix series of your life. Where is my daily life? Do I act purely on impulsive desire, or do I act purely on the wisdom? What repeated behavior in my life has stopped giving joy? Yet I continue Netflix series. Even at this age, still I continue the same thing. I don't have any word to explain. Why should I explain? You are mature and you know it. The third point, apply the Eastern wisdom anytime, anywhere. Wisdom lives in the intellect. Should I react? No. Should I overreact? No. What is the cause of this overreaction? Either my desire. It may be my desire for seeking happiness outside. It may be the greed, I want to repeat it. Nothing happens. Nothing happens with that. You have to give a break. So you have the moment you stop, you give a break, you move from the confusion to the power of discernment. What is discernment? Leads to the wisdom. The fourth step, now we are connecting to the satsang. Satsang, I told you, it's not a motivational speech. That's why, we teachers are always happy in giving. We are not excited. We say, pay attention. Excitement with Netflix series, awareness and attention with the Eastern wisdom. So our topic is the same from Netflix spirituality to inner discipline. I should remember inside me. I have to follow all the 8 steps every day without fail, without break. Whatever happens to my life, I have to do it. Fatigue, I have to do it. What happens? You are extremely tired. You wake up in the morning, your mind is reacting, and you follow all the 8 steps. They are gone. That much I can promise. Why? They are gone. It strips your mind from the attachment to the results that creates the eggshells eggshell life, where every action becomes a verdict on your worth. Understand action part as an acting with a full integrity while letting outcomes belong to the large order. Oh, leave there. I've already left, the results of every session on the existence, and I see some changes taking place. Maybe after 4 or 5 years. Observer and observer. You remember I discussed that in almost every session during the last few weeks. So our master says, I'm repeating the same habit. My work, my action, my thought, my speech, my action is just an expression, but my worth is intrinsic. Who am I is intrinsic, it is essential, it is my identity. My thought is not my identity. For example, fear of failure is just a false eye begging for proof. I don't need that proof to exist. Throw it out. Process, focus, focus, process, focus. So when you follow the 8 steps, your nervous system calms down, which improves your performance. Relationship becomes gentle and softened. Not because of the other, but because of you. Because you remove that ignorance. It is 100% possible. 10,000 masters, 10,000 years, that tradition still exists. I'm teaching from some of the principle which is as old as 3,000 years old, 4,000 years old. They are still relevant today. It reduced outcome anxiety. What is outcome anxiety before high stakes situation? In any situation, reaction simply drops down. You have a better sleep, more creativity. You want better sleep, more creative, why you miss the session? No, I'm already sleeping better. I sleep with anxiety. How the seeker gets it. Again, same thing I'm telling you. Simple, 8 steps. These 8 steps consist of something around 12 principles. As we go further, we will talk about it. I will help you explore that. That is why our master says karma yoga is the right thought, speech, and action with a relaxed grip on the result. With every situation, event, relationship, I have a strong grip on relaxation and calmness. Are you getting it? Today, tomorrow, days after days, weeks after weeks, months after months. What is that meaning? You have undergone a transformation. Outcome based self worth is a recipe for chronic anxiety, stress, reaction, pain problems. Where I said outcome based self worth. Outcome based self worth means what? I will tell honey I love you. And if he says I also love you too. We have a very famous phrases. Love you too. Then we are happy. And if there is no response, then you are already in anxiety and reaction. My goodness. Our self-worth is so cheap, so fragile. Come on. So what I should do by shifting attention from outside to inside? I'm the real self of the nature of peace and happiness. Nothing happens to me. I believe you all are wise and seniors, so you will be understanding. No, no, I had to attend a very important event of my friend. He or she is a wonderful, great friend of mine. The next day, that friend will stop communicating with you. Finished. Well, you cannot stop communicating with your real nature. So what happens? Your outcome-based self-worth may create a stress, anxiety, and reaction. Maybe you read the email from your friend, maybe in a meeting with your friend, maybe parenting, maybe a business deal, maybe a relationship, maybe an event. Ah, every time the nervous system tightens around what they will think about me. Let them think whatever they want to think. I'm happy with it. My master used to say, the elephant walks like a boss and the dog barks. Very strong sentence. Let the world continue to bark. I am relaxed. I'm not aware of what. I'm not concerned with others. Now, what will happen if I don't attend the ceremony? Nothing is going to happen. Ceremony will go without your, except marriage, say you're married. Otherwise, it will go without your unnecessary. So, what is that pointer? Netflix series. You know what modern psychology says? There is a specific word. They also talk about it in a different way. This is the phrase from the modern psychology: outcome-based self-worth. They also say it contingent self-esteem. Self-esteem is contingent. What you're talking about? It is based on event, situation, people outside. As long as it is based, you are already excited. Your nervous system is excited. It is ready to put you into anxiety. Chronic cortisol, decision paralysis, perfectionism, procrastination. What people will think if I don't attend? Nothing will, they will not think, but people will think. I'm a people oriented person. Then better you contest your election next time. People oriented person. So neuroscience is also saying uh, neuroscience. So neuroscience, if it is not outcome based obsession, if you don't have an outcome obsession, means your mind is not looking outside the event, people, situation, then what happens? You activate what our modern science says, Anne knows much better because her granddaughter teaches her. It activates the prefrontal cortex. We have a center in the brain. It activates the prefrontal cortex. So what happens? There's a scientific term. It reduces the amygdala reactivity. So when that amygdala reactivity is reduced, then what happens? You have less fear, you have less rumination, you have less anxiety, you have less reaction. I'm not saying, science is saying it improves your actual performance because anxiety sabotages skill execution. You are a wonderful person, you are a good person, but it should be expressed in thought, speech, and action. And it is blocked by your emotions, attitude, behavior, and conduct present inside you. And it reacts, it increases your amygdala reactivity. And then you have more fear, more frustration. This is what the science is saying. We have been saying it for 10,000 years. It reduces anxieties, reactions, sleep, over no, the bad sleep, disturbed sleep. You have a better sleep. It increases your creativity. It builds a stronger relationship. You have a peace all the time. Why we are overreacting? Why we follow the Netflix series? We are overreacting for Oscar. For Oscar, underperforming in peace. That I will get an Oscar today if I say, honey, I love you. And he says, I hate you. Hell with you. Don't talk to me. Instead of Oscar, you are underperforming. Anyone, friend, I mean, honey means, partner, friend, and ego has merged who am I with how I perform. That is going to create a problem. So there is the process of karma yoga comes. Karma yoga plus the observer practice. I observe I am different. It is not based, my worth does not depend on the outside. That is what happens. So, what is that? I have to educate my mind to label these thoughts, these fears. This is fear, this is anxiety, this is reaction. I'm not made for anxiety, fear, and reaction. It is only in the process of a thought. But if you support it, it has a problem. For that, we have to contemplate every day in the evening. Do the practice, first practice Mangalacharan, then reflect on it. How many times you have been to anxiety, reaction, duality, and a conflict. Work on it, rehearse. What should I have done the right way based on the Eastern wisdom? You are creating grooves in your mind or the brain that in the future I will not I will not respond the Netflix way. I will respond consciously with the wisdom and the life changes. I still have life to live for another 100 years. I will see it after 40 years. And then then you are already gone. That attitude happens in the mind. What do you mean? I will attend your session next time. Why you did not attend? So that week is already gone. How many weeks have gone? So I have to move from the hobby seeker to a discipline in our life, not a hobby seeker. Spirituality, self discovery, Eastern wisdom. If we have a goal for permanent happiness, love, and truth and wisdom, it is not a hobby. It is not a hobby. Discipline. Now it has been 46 years of my life. 46 years. I continue to teach. That helps me to remind, remember. The master proves you reach to a point, you are the screen, not the movie. Let the roles play, but don't lose the screen. That is what happens. TV screen does not change. The movie changes. I'm reminding you, we discussed that. My job is alignment, not control. I need not to control. You have an anger inside you want to control. It will backfire. We're not talking of control. My peace does not have to swing with every review, promotion, or rejection outside. My peace is already intact. Let that peace expresses my thought, speech, and action. Life is beautiful. I can bet you once you reach to that state, you will find you are 50 years younger. You will have no fatigue and you because that consciousness helps you to regain that level of energy. It is such a, I don't want to say, but it is such a mystery we don't follow. Eight steps. By transforming every task, every step into action, every day in your life changes. Last point. Ask yourself who is really on trial, you or your ego, you or your delusion. Delusion is another name of the ego. My ego is greater than my real you. Very good, continue. Then you will continue with the Netflix series. No chance of breaking up. Who is really on trial? My real self cannot be on trial because it is permanent. It is permanent happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. But if I feel my real I is my ego, then it is always on trial. Every day it is on trial, and then you will suffer. How many times you suffered last week? So if your realize your false, if your false I is your real self, what happens? Then your nervous system is like a loyal nervous system is loyal means you have been you have been excited, agitated over small things in your life. That is why it is loyal. So it is over dramatic friend to you. And then what happens? It floods you with, again, I'm speaking scientific language, amygdala sirens and cortisol alarms, as if a performance review could erase your existence. Oh no, uh, no, I am totally done with him or her. This is too much. The next day you do repeat the same thing after coming down. Netflix series. That was it. We have done it hundred of times. Why hundred of times? We are already over 65, everyone. We might have done, sorry to say, but we might have done maybe 10,000 times. We are ready to do one more time. Listen to the masters. When you shift from the outcome obsession to process focus, effort, clarity in the values, life changes completely. Let us start with our practice. We have reached to, uh, we have reached to the breathe acronym. Breathe. Building your inner ground. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed gently, not squeezing. And find out, align your body means your shoulder, your neck, your spine, your legs, and the feet. Check that they are in a perfect place, position, and posture. Experience it. You'll be surprised. We are giving signal to the brain. Come on. Body, place, body position, body posture. So you raise your level of self awareness, your attention goes up. Why attention and awareness should go up? You are offering the mind fewer excuses to wander by grounding the body in the place, position, and posture. It prevents your sleepiness in the practice, restlessness in the practice, and also it prevents your constant visiting. Why? You bypass that Netflix habit of the mind. That is why we follow the first step. The first step, the letter is B. The letter is B, means building inner ground. You hold back your impulsive mind. Oh, you hold back your impulsive mind? You have to follow the meditation or mindfulness consciously. If you follow the meditation or mindfulness subconsciously, habitually, impulsively, even after 100 years of the practice, will not bring the result. That is why it is happening the same way. People go onto the Google, they do the practice, nothing happens. Oh, 1 minute of peace. 1 minute of peace. In 1 minute, you forget even being aware of yourself. So the next letter is the R. Return means, do you remember? Return means change the direction of the mind to experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. That is the another level after B, building the inner ground at the external level. R is little at the middle level, returning to the senses. So returning the mind inward means change the direction of the mind. When you change the direction of the mind, the senses are stripped of their objects. Why? The senses are one-sided windows. Senses do not see anything, do not perceive anything inside. So it's basically a withdrawal of the senses from their object. So the mind stops being dragged outward, and I gave you a simplest way. You move the mind on the skin of the body from the top of the head to the toes. You did once, you repeat it. You did second, repeat it until we switch on to the next step. So when you repeat, you will experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. When I explain you scientifically, you loosen the automatic chain between the external events and internal turmoil. Whereas you create an inner comfort and steadiness. How come many people have reported me in the beginning of the journey? They said, my phone disturbs me, but I cannot put it on a silent mode. And after a few months of the practice, they said, phone was ringing. My mind said, it is not you, it is others' phone. And they kept on ringing. I was absorbed into meditation. That is the real meaning of withdrawal, changing of direction, shifting attention from the external objects to inner sensations. So that is why, that is why I say move the mind on the entire body. So you feel the inner sensation on the skin, muscles, weight, temperature, without judgment. What happens when the awareness anchors in sensation? That Netflix series, Story of the Mind, loses its fuel. What other better explanation I can offer you? Everything in wisdom is so clear, and still I'm not. Leave it, that part. So let us move to the third part. We are experience the observer. And I gave you such a simple tool for understanding. Every thought feeling has two parts. One is the observer, or you can say knower, or you can say seer. The other part is observed, seen, and the known. So in your mind, you separate that. You see them separate. They are already separate. You don't need to make an effort. You just see that they are separate. How led the standing safely on a railway platform watching the trains pass. Now apply that in your real life situation, like standing at your own place, watching your friend communicating to you. Is different, is separate. His and her thoughts are separate from you. You are the observer only. Thoughts and emotions arrive and leave without boarding every train. That is one of the most important principles applied by every great masters of the Eastern wisdom. If someone says it is my discovery, leave that teacher. All the teachings comes from the masters of the Eastern wisdom. It cannot be changed, altered. You cannot create new principles. Why? Eastern wisdom is absolute principles. I borrow those principles from the teachings and I teach you. I'm admitting it. So you recognize the thoughts and feeling and the sensations as observed, as objects appearing to you. They appear, they disappear. Means what? Even the craziest thought enters into you, you perceive it is not you. It doesn't affect you. It does not increase the amygdala activity of the brain. To say scientifically, means it does not have a power to cause you any anxiety, reaction, duality, conflict in you. It does not start the Netflix series. You're free. We have to experience that observer. Observer is always free. So we have done in the BREATHE acronym the three steps. And now the fourth is activating the wisdom. So we see the objects, feeling, and sensations, and objects appearing and disappearing in the mind. And the moment they appear and disappear, the moment you have some sensation of that, you activate the wisdom intellect. That is the letter A. What is that? Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Any unwanted, unwelcome thought enters the mind. May there be happiness for all. May there be peace for all. You superimpose what it means. You superimpose what it means. You superimpose. May there be, may there be happiness for all. You can pick up even a single point mantra. May there be peace for all, any thought, feeling, emotions. But why? But why? Because all unwanted, unwelcome thoughts, feeling, and emotion, thought, feeling comes from the Netflix series. Now you and or you can say they come from desire, seeking happiness outside, or they come from the idea of outsourcing happiness from the world. Any thought comes, if it is unwanted, it is good or bad. You simply, hmm, may there be happiness for all, may there be peace for all. So some of the thoughts being repeated have a very strong impression of outsourcing happiness, strong, very strong impression in your mind, because of repetition. You have, you have, you have that is thought is being repeated. So casually you say, oh, may there be happiness for all. Another, may there be happiness for all. Last week you had overreacted, and now your mind says, enough is enough. No, may there be happiness for all. You're not treating your partner or anyone, you're treating your own mind. Pay attention. Strong impression in your mind because of repetition. So if the unwanted thought doesn't stop, you should also not stop activating the wisdom intellect. Done. So now we come to BREA, we have done. And now tending the breath. So when you see and feel and perceive and experience, the mind is living within, but the mind cannot stop running. So we say you run on the breath, tending the breath. How you run on the breath? You run the mind on the breath with the 3-point attention on the breath. What is the 3-point attention on the breath? The first point, you see the moving breath. So because it's a moving breath and the mind does not want to stop, and you place the mind on the breath, oh what? You are tricking the mind not to run after the unwanted, unwelcome thoughts, but to run on the breath seamlessly, but without any change. That is the second point. And feeling the sensation, every sensation in the of the breath in and out indicates that you are aware, you are alert, you are attentive, you are not sleepy. Oh, is that so? Yes. It has a greater significance of awareness of the breath. Yeah? 3-pointed attention on the breath has great significance. People don't recognize it. Your breath runs smoothly because because you are not changing the rate and because you are not changing it. One, so it is smooth. So now the smooth smooth breath where your mind runs again and again, again and again. It is not running on the unwanted thoughts. Result Result is behind the breath awareness of 3 point attention. Behind the breath, you come face to face with ease, calm. Remember the joy. Remember, it is not the breath. Awareness contains the peace and the calm. It is behind. That is a glimpse of the real self. That is the glimpse of the real self, my friend. So BREAT we have done. And now we go to the H word. H means harmonize. What do you harmonize? You harmonize the same piece. Means what? You constantly and consistently live in the joy, in the inner calmness, independent of anything outside. Now, but what I have to do? You are already looking at the breath going in and out, and there you drop Om Shanti. Pay attention. You are not sleeping. You are not lazy. You are aware and attentive. If you are lazy and attentive, Netflix series have restarted. Why it has restarted? You are not following the discipline every day. So logical and understanding. What else I should say? You are dropping Om Shanti on the breath, every breath going in, every breath coming out. But if you have a sense of the laziness, mind says, I will take you to a great journey. What is that great journey? Of hallucinations, of imaginations. And then what? That is the mini Netflix series happening. And so continue to drop Om Shanti on the breath. You can also drop Om on the breath, going in, Shanti on the breath, coming out, or Om on the breath, going out, coming out, and Shanti on the breath, coming in. Whatever the way it is possible, you can do it. Breathe. We have done. And now you do nothing. The last letter is E. Embody peace and the joy you already in it. And that where it is within you. It comes from within you. It is manifesting from within you. Or other way, you are in the state of doing nothing. What is doing nothing? Whatever is happening, you accept it. Whatever is happening beyond excitement of amygdala, prefrontal cortex of the brain. It is pure consciousness, it is sheer peace and the joy you are experiencing. You are experiencing, my friends. Think how beautiful is the journey. I'm taking rest. I'm not speaking anything. You are in a happening state. Whatever is happening, you joyfully accept. You feel laziness, and the next moment you remember. You remember, it will take me to hallucinations, so let me maintain my awareness. And then what happens? The next moment, you return to the happening states. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it in your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences in the intellect. As the intellect, what happened during the entire journey of the practice, and bring the hands down. We'll discuss, share our experiences. How are you, Sophie?
I'm good, Girish. I had
Hanging.
meowing like crazy, and she's been misbehaving, like peeing in weird places. And so my mind was going to that, and
Very
then
good.
and
Netflix.
then I thought, well, when I'm not here and she's meowing, I don't worry at all. So why should I make a big deal out of it now that I'm here? And she, I mean, she still does it, but I didn't,
React.
I didn't react. No.
Yes. That power of endurance we have to develop inside. That words away. That says the world, let the world go to hell. I'm in peace. Nothing outside can ever disturb me. But it doesn't happen in only in one session. Repeat practice is a prescription medicine. How
Thank
are
you.
you, Anne? No, you are muted again. Your laptop is crazy, not you.
Now? No,
Yeah,
is it okay? I don't know what happens with this machine. Yeah, I mean, what I try, of course, always take something with us after each session. And um, for me, it's important to always remain in the moment, to be aware.
yes,
It's so easy to lose awareness.
yes.
and try to get back to it and analyze what happened.
Yes, you are perfectly right. It is the deeper insight. Once we have a question that we lose it, when we don't lose it, what is that state? It is awakened state. You see the difference. Awakened, unawakened. I'm awakened, it is, I don't lose it. It has become so casual, it has become so easy. The way it is easy for us to repeat the Netflix series for awakened, it is very easy for the awakened to remain in peace and happiness all the time. That is the state we have to achieve. But you are on the right track. It's a great insight. How are you, Charlie?
I'm good. It felt very peaceful. I dropped into just a very quiet place. At work on Saturday, I practiced the concept of playing a role, the best role that you can when I'm at work, and then dropping it. And one of my clients, I caught myself with the mistake of falling into it was important what she thought, and I could feel everything unraveling in me, and I thought, oh no. So when I'm at work, I have to leave people in a room for 15 minutes. It's part of the process that I do. So I sat and did the breathe meditation, and I was able to come back to, okay, you need to do the job to your best of your ability and detach from the results. And it was really helpful. And I could feel the change in me, and she was reacting very differently as well. So it was quite profound, I thought.
Yes, it happens. We don't expect, our habitual mind doesn't expect that others will behave differently. They will, if you have that level of awareness in you. They are bound to change. What changes? That's a very deeper aspect of the spirituality. We have yet to go far. How are you, Mead?
I feel very peaceful, and I feel safe. There's something, the space that's created through meditation is a safe space to live in.
Yes, that is another good expression. If we continue to live in the space which is 100% secure and safe, it is also known as the state of awakening. Check every day, every moment, meet that space remains with you. If someone has taken it away, let me know next week. Who has taken away? That is all for today. Thank you very much.